Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Johnny Lively here. Here I am. I'm back. Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Johnny Lively for our Tuesday morning show sponsored by HB Neal Construction. You can see there seems to be something going on along the coast, but all that is just what we call radar noise. As the sun begins to rise, we get that heat hitting that radar, and so we see a little bit of noise bouncing off of it. So there's not much going on this morning on our Tamco Live Doppler radar. And once we go to the satellite and radar, you can see really the biggest thing that we're seeing is lots of clouds moving in from the west. Really active over there towards Florida. They need the rain. They're in a big time drought. But over here in southeast Texas and southwest Louisiana, it is a nice morning to start off. The sunrise this morning was absolutely picture perfect. And thanks to our sponsor of Tamco Hellguard Beyond Class 4 showing us what's going on the satellite and radar. You can see you're pretty chilly the far north that you go. You got some 20s and 30s, the southern plains in the 40s, Dallas and Abilene in the 50s. And that's pretty much what we're over here as well, too, thanks to Do Good Credit Union. We can see the general temperatures across the country. But if we zoom in, we actually can find some areas that are in the upper 30s. Thanks to Neutron Electrical Services, it finds a way. Chester and Burkeville always finds a way to be the coldest areas. 39 degrees this morning. In that general regions, mainly into the low to mid 40s. The further south that you go along the I-10 corridor, Beaumont and Nome, 45 to 48. Lake Charles at 46. A little bit warmer towards Houston at 57. Down towards the coast is into the mid to upper 50s as well, too. A really nice Tuesday morning. I'm telling you, that sunrise this morning was very nice. Some areas further off to the east are anywhere from 7 to 9 degrees cooler. And then the rest, you go down towards the region, really anywhere from 3 to 5 degrees is what we're seeing. And again, thanks for sponsor of Do Good Credit Union. It's going to be a really nice Tuesday. This brings us to our outdoor and construction forecast by Modern Concrete Material. Mostly dry today, mostly dry on Wednesday as well, too. Big thing that we're going to see, temperatures now going to be into the mid to upper 70s. Thanks to that sunshine this afternoon, it's going to warm us up fairly quickly. Wind gusts about 10 to 15 miles is all we're going to see. Rain is going to start coming back into the region once we get into the end of the week, really. Thursday, might have to increase the rain coverage a little bit on Friday, but we're going to see the rain coverage kind of pick up by the end of the week, 30 to 40% coverage. And this coverage is going to be a little bit higher towards the west, going towards the Houston region versus Beaumont and Lake Charles. We'll show that here in just a second. Here we are with the Futurecast, sponsored by Silsby Ford. So we know we've got the clouds. We're starting to see the flow kind of change out of the east, getting a little bit more moisture as well, too. By this afternoon, we might get a good round of some clearing, so that's what's going to allow us to get into the mid to upper 70s, almost for some areas getting close to that 80-degree mark. Now, some light drizzle is wanting to push into the region tonight, but I just don't think that this is actually going to reach the surface. On radar, you might see it, but I just don't think it's going to reach the surface. We're so dry as of right now. Once we get into Wednesday afternoon, that's when we start seeing a little bit better odds of seeing some showers off towards the west. I don't think we'll see much of anything here in our region. If we do, just 5% coverage, maybe 10% out best. But again, once we zoom out, kind of keep a lot of this off to the west is what we're going to be seeing. So here's later this evening, storms and showers going to stay off to our west towards parts of West Texas and Central Texas. We fast forward into Wednesday afternoon. Again, parts of South Texas and Central Texas have a little bit better rain potential than we do. And then once we get into Thursday, again, another round over there towards the west of our region has higher coverage from San Angelo, San Antonio, Austin. And then once we get into Friday, this is actually when we see our best potential for some rain, 40 to possibly 50% coverage. But notice Houston, once again, areas further to the west have a lot better coverage versus, like, say, Lake Charles region. So a lot of this 30, 40 to 50% coverage will be in southeast Texas versus southwest Louisiana being stuck more so 20 to possibly 30% coverage. So the western areas is going to have a lot better coverage versus our eastern portions. As we get into the afternoon, we're going to get into the middle to upper 70s. Some areas getting close to that 80-degree mark down towards the coast will be into the low to mid 70s. Thanks to our good old sponsor, Silsby Ford. Get you on. Overnight tonight, it's going to be slightly warmer than we were. We're not going to see those 40s and Chester being a 39, mainly going to be into the low 50s further to the north, and the further south that you go will be into the mid 50s. Some areas getting into the low 60s down towards the coast. Some areas getting into the upper 60s. Here we are for southeast Texas, 7-day forecast. We're going to start that gradual warming trend. We start having rain chances moving back into the region by the end of the week on Thursday, Friday, even sticking around on Saturday. And the warming trend will definitely continue getting into the low to almost mid 80s by the time we get into early next week. Same thing for South southwest Louisiana, but the thing is, rain coverage is a little bit better in southeast Texas versus southwest Louisiana. So we've got 20% coverage on Thursday and Friday. Might have to increase it just a little bit on Friday. We'll keep watching it. But notice just a slow, gradual warming trend, what we're going to be seeing the next couple of days, especially the next 5 to 7 days. That's the end for our Tuesday show. Thanks for joining us here on Gulf Coast Weather Solutions. Here to sum it up, it's going to be a mostly dry day today. It's going to be nice. Temperatures into the middle to upper 70s, getting close to the upper 80s for some areas. Down towards the coast will be into the low to mid 70s. Just want to thank y'all again for tuning in to the Tuesday morning show. If you have not yet, go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. It will keep you updated 24/7 no matter where you are, not just for our area, but wherever it is that you are traveling. That's the end for the Tuesday morning show. Lucas will have our 7-day video or 7-day update later this afternoon, and then he will have his evening video later this evening. Thanks again for tuning in. I will see y'all on Wednesday morning. Y'all have a good Tuesday.
Gulf Coast Weather Solutions is sponsored by
At Gulf Coast Weather Solutions, we focus on delivering reliable weather forecasts. Our new app provides reliable weather updates and alerts no matter where you are. With real-time weather alerts and warnings, you can stay informed and prepared wherever you go. Download the Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app today on the App Store and Google Play and stay connected no matter where you are.